Catch the ball. Throw the ball. And hits the ball. This is a simple game, right? Wrong. This is a hard game. If it was so easy, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes this game great. Head coach Wes Thorson is back for his second season at the helm for the Maroons. The team returns a strong nucleus from last season's team, coupled with some talented youngsters. The plates are laced up, the uniforms are pressed, and the grass is cut and smells so sweet. Only one thing left to do: open the gates of Ripley Field and play the ball. Hey, Maroons baseball is coming up next. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. Every Maroon baseball is brought to you by Blue Skin Hunting Reserve. Custom Dental. We didn't invent dentistry, we just made it better. H&E Equipment Service. Ortho, Oklahoma. Keeping you together. A Perry Daily Journal. Woodward Medical Center. Commitment to excellence. Womack Insurance Agency. Steve Womack. Farmers Insurance. We've got you covered. Baseball is also sponsored by Easy Drill. There it is, in the Holt Insurance Agency. Now, let's get you to the baseball diamond and the dugout show with the voice of the Perry Maroons, Brock Campbell, and color analyst Mike Shaw.
Good evening from Ripley Field. Brock Campbell by myself tonight. Mike Shaw is taking the night off. He'll be here Monday as we're going to have coverage for you as well for Perry Maroon baseball, but we've got coverage right now, the Hector Tovar Tournament, and Perry is in the losers bracket tonight. They will face the Woodward Boomers, who just defeated the Alva Gold Bucks 3-1. Nice little club that the Boomers have brought over to this tournament this year. Let's take a look at the tournament right now. First games yesterday. Tonkawa and Life Prep went at it, and Life Prep took down Tonkawa by a score. I can't remember the score, but they did take down Tonkawa. Alva and Perkins played as well yesterday. 10-0. Perkins was the victor, and then everything was postponed until today. And then today's action started with the Perry Maroons taking on the Life Prep Fire out of Wichita, Kansas. It's a private school, obviously. And Perry got beat by Life Prep 7-0 today in the 10 o'clock ball game. After that ball game, Woodward and Blackwell finally got their first round matchup underway, and Blackwell defeated the Boomers 7-1. 7-1, Blackwell defeated Woodward, and they took on Perkins later in the day today. That was a 1:30 game, and they also defeated the Perkins Tryon Demons 8-4. So Life Prep and Blackwell will be in the winners bracket tomorrow at 1:30. And the other games today, Alva and Perkins, like I said, Perkins won yesterday 10-0 over Alva. Perkins will drop to the losers bracket. They will take on Tonkawa, which is after this ball game. Perry was originally planned to play at 8:15 tonight, but they moved that game to 6 o'clock, and we are behind. So they moved that game up for the Perry Maroon fans to be here. So Perry's going to be playing the Woodward Boomers, who just defeated Alva 3-1. So Alva is out of the tournament. They will be on their way back home, and then Tonkawa Perkins will come up after that, after our ball game. So that's how it is. We got two games tonight. Perry must win to stay in the tournament. If they win, they will play tomorrow at 11:15 in the morning, and then they'll play the winner of Tonkawa Perkins. If they lose, they are done, and we'll wait to have more Perry Maroon baseball on the air on Monday, as we will be hosting, I believe, I think it's Hennessy, but I'm not sure. I got to look at I'm kind of discombobulated up here, my first time doing this for baseball. So let me get some things in order in the break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about the Woodward and Perry matchup upcoming. You're listening to Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Look Located northeast of Perry, Oklahoma, offers traditional no-limit field hunts for pheasant and chukar in some of the finest natural habitat found anywhere. Enjoy either a half or a full day behind pointing dogs and get into the action. Blue Stem also specializes in European-style pheasant shoots for groups of up to 24 shooters. Hunts include shooting skeet and no limit on birds bag. Give Burl a call at 580-336-4148 to reserve your hunt today or check us out at huntbluestem.com.
Hey, Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst and let your fears disappear. Have you heard about the Maroon Fan Special? Be one of the first 10 callers and take advantage of our Let's Get Acquainted appointment and get $100 off any new dental services found needed by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38. Don't wait. Call 336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry Maroon Fan Special. Go Maroons, go!
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide their reliability, fair prices, and support from first-class service teams. We're an equipment company run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rental, sales, and service. A medical team that cares about your health and your community. Doctors Willer, Jameson, Stubbs, and Hayden contribute to athletic and philanthropic efforts in Stillwater and surrounding areas like Guthrie, Perry, Perkins, Cushing, and Blackwell. While we are bone and joint experts, we are also parents, friends, and neighbors. Enjoy our quality orthopedic treatment, MRI, and on-site physical therapy services as we support this community. Click outreach at orthook.com. Remember, Ortho Oklahoma, we are keeping you together.
The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that comes is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you
Back to the field. Rob Campbell up here in the booth as we are at the Hector Tovar Invitational. And Perry will be taking on the Woodward Boomers. Woodward just defeated the Alva Goldbugs 3-1. They were defeated by Blackwell earlier today, 7-1. Yeah, that was correct. So Woodward has some decent little hitters, and they like to get on the bases and really wreak some havoc and make you make some errors and get you out of your system. And Perry, on the other hand, today, 7-0 losers to Life Prep Academy out of Wichita, Kansas, and to be honest with you, all they did today was hit the ball. They had a really good offensive scheme today at the plate and really did a very nice job at the plate and got some good hits. And then their pitcher was really, really good as well. So Perry's going to have to come out with a better mindset at the plate tonight. They only managed 2 hits in the earlier contest. And so Perry's going to have to really get their hitting under control a little bit more if they're going to win some games. They are 0-5 on the year, but they have played a tough schedule. The Maroons they're basically playing a 4A schedule because there's nobody really in 3A that's even close, except maybe I'm trying to think of some 3A teams. But there's not many 3A teams around here within driving distance, so that's why Coach Wesley Brorson is playing basically a 4A schedule. So they had their 2 home games here this year so far. Blackwell was the winner 11-6 a couple weeks ago, and then Heritage Hall came to town, was a winner 8-0. And it's just a matter of getting those wrestlers and all those other guys that have come back from a different sport to gel and come together as a team. That's basically what it is. It's what it boils down to right now for the Perry Maroons. Wes Borson in his second year, head coach, and the assistant coach, Larry Hayes, is helping him out once again this year. So we got some good guys that have really, are going to help Perry once they get it going. So, but this is a team Perry should beat. I mean, these 2 teams are pretty evenly matched. Woodward barely beat Alva 3-1. Alva really didn't have much of an offense tonight against a pretty good salty pitcher, and Garrett Hines from Woodward had really good movement on his fastball. So wonder who they're going to throw out here for the game against the Maroons. So anyways, that's a little bit about Woodward. We'll have a more in detail dugout show with Coach Wes Borson on Monday. We'll try to get some questions asked to him and get some answers like we do with basketball, football, and wrestling. But this is just kind of a trial run, and I'm double dutying up here because I've been doing the PA for most of the day except for a couple games. So that's a little bit about Woodward and what you're going to see tonight. So we're going to go ahead and take another time out. You're listening to Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
In the Perry Daily Journal, supplying your local news for 120 years. The PDJ is a proud supporter of Perry Maroon athletes. From headlines to classified, covering Noble County for more than a century. Pick up a paper or check out our e-edition today to keep current on all Noble County news. Visit our website at www.pdjnews.com to subscribe and friend us on Facebook.
We have a simple message for our local residents and neighbors.
The best patient experience in healthcare isn't an hour away.
It's right here at Stillwater Medical Center.
We're pledging excellence.
And our physicians, nurses, and staff are promising compassionate care every day.
So when you need understanding, attentive treatment,
You can stay close to home.
learn more by visiting stillwatermedical.com.
We do the wave all by ourselves. Hey, if a blind man could have made that call. We like our beer flat as candy. We like our dogs with mustard and red. We got a great picture. What's his name? Well, we can't keep us.
Campbell now up here at Ripley Field getting set for the ball game between your Perry Maroons and the Woodward Boomers, and I'm scrambling to get my lineups into my computer here as watching here to see when we're going to get this one going. Looks like we're going to be close to getting it going here in a minute. Got a nice crowd filing in for tonight. Nice night for football, for baseball. Like I said, Perry is 0-5 on the year and looking to get their first win on the young season. As yes, Triple Play Sports, 10:20 a.m. is what I'm broadcasting on. CampbellCommunicationsOK.com if you want to keep track of the baseball team this year and the records and all that and good stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, we are 0-5 on the year, but we will get it going as I'm putting in the lineups here for both teams in my computer. And let's see, I have Woodward up here. Sorry for the dead air here. As going to do here, Cade Marlette. Cade Marlette, a nice little leadoff hitter for the Boomers. And I'm going to get to the lineups here in just a minute. As I tell you what, Tim, can you take about a 2-minute break and let me get my lineups on my computer, and then we'll come back with the first pitch. You're listening to Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Looks like the weather, your life could change at the drop of a hat. Don't be caught unprepared. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, but no matter what happens, you can make sure your loved ones are provided with a life insurance policy. Meet with your local agent, Steve Womack, and secure peace of mind, knowing you are protecting the ones you love. You can visit with Steve at 623 Delaware Street in Perry, or call him at 580-366-300. If you can, I'm just going to play for you. Also invite you to visit his website at www.farmersagent.com/Womack. Campbell Communications is proud to sponsor and to bring you Perry Maroon Athletics. To become a sponsor, please visit www.campbellcommunicationsok.com or call and ask for Brock at 405-204-4246. Campbell Communications, where we bring the game to you.
Hey, Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst and let your fear disappear. Have you heard about the Maroon Fan Special? Be one of the first 10 callers and take advantage of our Let's Get Acquainted appointment and get $100 off any new dental services found needed by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38. Don't wait. Call 336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry Maroon Fan Special. Go Maroons, go! Roll down the window, put down the top, break up the beat for our day. Don't let the music stop. We gon' ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side, to the right, from the west side to the east side.
Ripley fans on Campbell now. I think I got everything in order here, as home team will be your Perry Maroon. Oh, excuse me. Well, Woodward is the home team. Lineups here for Perry, starting off and leading off is the shortstop, number 10, Dawson Padilla. At batting second, third base, number 17, Parker Simonek. Batting 3 for the Perry Maroons, the catcher, number 13, Garrett Byer. In the 4-hole, the DH, number 12, Chandler Bocox. And batting 5th, the right fielder, number 15, Hunter Diaz. Batting 6th, the left fielder, number 8, Dylan Buck. Batting 7th, in center fielder, number 21, Braden Sweet. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 14, James Boone. And batting 9th and pitching is the number 18, Charlie Wirtz. And now the defensive alignment. What happened here? As they're trying to get working on the mound, looks like here.
Leading off for your Perry Maroons will be the shortstop, number 10, Dawson Padilla.
Keaton Cook will be the pitcher for the Woodward Boomers. Cade Marlette, center field. Gage Owen, shortstop. Garrett Hines will be at third. And Cook winds up. Here's the pitch. And it's high and inside, ball 1 to Dawson Padilla, the shortstop for Perry, the sophomore. Cook is going from the stretch and the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the mitt. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. It's a righty-righty matchup. Cook working very quickly in the wind and the pitch. There's a swing and a foul tip again. Count 1-2 on Dawson Padilla, the sophomore. Cook is working very quickly out of that stretch. The wind and the pitch. And swung on and hit down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. So 1-2 still to count for Dawson Padilla. Just underway, top of the first inning, Perry and Woodward going at it in the losers bracket. There's a swing, and is anybody going to get it? It's behind, and it's going to go into the stands, and it's going to stay 1-2 as the catcher, Jackson Underwood, tried to see if he could get room to get that in the mitt, but it went over the fence and behind the backstop. So 1-2 the count for Dawson Padilla. Keaton Cook in the wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And strike 3. Dawson Padilla goes down. And it's 1 down for Perry as Cook gets his first strikeout. A nice pitch on the outside corner. Just Dawson couldn't catch up to it. Now batting for the Maroons, the third baseman, Parker Simonek. Takes the first pitch, high and away, ball 1. In the wind, here's the pitch, swings, and is it playable? It's on the right side, and first baseman giving chase, and it's out of play. So count is 1-1. as Damian Rhodes is trying to find that ball. I'm still writing. There's a pitch, and it's on the outside. That's ball 2. 2-1 is the count. There's a pitch, and way behind him. He had to duck out of the way. He wanted to just say wear that one, but usually that's what the coach likes to see is you just wear that one, get your free trip to the base. But now it's 3-1. Parker Simonek coming into this ball game, or to the tournament actually, was hitting .667 on the year. Not many plate appearances, it looks like. Cooking the wind and the pitch, and that's down and low on the outside, ball 4, and he gets the walk.
As he makes his way down to first. That'll bring to the plate for the Maroons current catcher, number 13, Garrett Byer.
That brings up the catcher, number 13, the senior Garrett Byer. That pitch is down low and outside. It's ball 1. Cook can't find the strike zone right now. Cook in the wind. He doesn't have he's in the stretch. He doesn't have the windup. Just works out of the stretch. There's the pitch, and it's high, and ball 2 to Garrett Byer. Just can't find that strike zone. 2-0, 1 out in the inning. Righty-righty matchup. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's foul on the left side. So we'll do it again. 2-1 the count. 1 out. Oregon leads the Cowboys 70-64 with about 5 minutes and change to go. Oh, brother. Those Cowboys. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Garrett pops it up, and it's going to get out of play. New life for Garrett. Count's going to go 2-2 with 1 out. Garrett came into the tournament hitting .444 was his batting average as he came into the tournament. There's the wind in the pitch. It's going to be high, so 3-2 works the count to full. Protect the plate here. Garrett Byer, the senior. 1 out, 3-2. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and Garrett swings and he pops it up on the left side again. Is it playable? It's going to go out of play. And once again, he's got new life. 3-2. As the first ball has hit our new locker room. There's going to be a lot of dents on that one by the time. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's down and in, or down and outside. Ball 4, walks to first, so 2 on for the Maroons. Second and third. Simonek at second, Garrett at first. Now he's going to have a pinch runner, it looks like.
Now coming to the plate for the Maroons will be the designated hitter, number 12, Chandler Bocox.
Number 16 coming in for Perry to pinch run, and that is going to be Brown, yes. Chase Brown, I believe. So hitting now, Chandler Bocox, and he fouls that one off. That'll be strike 1. Number 12, Chandler, I believe he's playing third base again. No, he's DHing, excuse me. The DH. Cook in the stretch, and the pitch. And swung on, and a pop-up on the right side. Can anybody get it on his horse over there is Cargill, and it's going to go out of play. It's going to be 0-2. Nice chase over there by Cargill. Josh Cargill from Woodward lost his hat in the process. But it's going to be 0-2. He's in a hold here. Here he is in a hold, Chandler Bocox. Cook out of the stretch, and the pitch. And he fouls it off, stays alive. 0-2, still the count. Chandler Bocox battling here. Cook quickly in the wind and the pitch again. And right down central, and it's a strike 3. And Bocox knew it. That's the second out of the inning for the Maroons.
Runner still at first and second. That'll bring to the plate current right fielder number 15, Hunter Diaz.
Now coming to the plate, the right fielder, number 15, Hunter Diaz. There's the pitch and swing and a miss. Strike 1. Hunter had a good cut at it, but it was really on the outside corner, and then it just dove down. Cook quickly in the wind into pitch, and there's the hit, ground ball to third baseman. He's going to get it and just tags out Simonek for the forced play. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. There were 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. No score between Perry and Woodward. You're listening to Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Reserve, located northeast of Perry, Oklahoma, offers traditional no-limit field hunts for pheasant and chukar in some of the finest natural habitat found anywhere. Enjoy either a half or a full day behind pointing dogs and get into the action. Bluestem also specializes in European-style pheasant shoots for groups of up to 24 shooters. Hunts include shooting skeet and no limit on bird bag. Give Bill a call at 580-336-4148 to reserve your hunt today or check us out at huntbluestem.com.
And welcome back to Ripley Field. Brock Campbell up here by myself tonight on duty my own, as I'm still trying to get all of my ducks in a row here. As the inner defense for the Maroons, Parker Simonek, third base to first, Parker Simonek, Dawson Padilla, Destry Tovar, and James Boone. From the outfield, left field to right, it'll be Dylan Buck, Braden Sweet, and Hunter Diaz in the outfield. Behind the plate will be Garrett Byer, and pitching for the Maroons will be freshman Charlie Wirtz. Charlie comes in to tonight's ball game. Looking at his pitching stats here, if I can find them.
On the bump for the Maroons tonight, number 18, Charlie Wirtz.
Charlie Wirtz comes in
Number 13,
with an he is
leading off for Woodward will be the
doesn't say his ERA here. I got the wrong thing, I think. Here it is. Charlie Wirtz has an ERA of 5.6 earned rate average coming into tonight's ball game. First pitch is down and in for ball 1. At the plate now for the Woodward Boomers is number 14, the center fielder, Cade Marlatt. Had a pretty good game before this one. And he swings and he hits one into the right center field. Nobody's going to get that one. That's in for a base hit. He's going around first, trucking to second. He's going to get the stop sign. He's going to head on for a triple, a sliding triple to start this ball game by Cade Marlatt as he laced one right into the right center field gap in between Diaz and Sweet and went all the way to the wall. And with those wheels, those leadoff wheels, he ends up with a triple. And now coming up for the Boomers, the shortstop, number 2, Gage Owen. That's a ball 1. We're to the wind in the pitch. And that one hit the outside corner. Looked a little off the plate, but he got the call. 1-1. Wirtz in the stretch. Checks the runner at third. Here's the pitch. Owen showed bunt, then he pulled it back and he swung, and it's out of play down the right side. So 1-2, Charlie Wirtz ahead in the count on Owen. fouls that one off to stay alive. 1-2 the count. Nobody out. Marlette stands at third base. Charlie Wirtz working in the stretch. Woodward's threatening to go on the board here in the first. In the stretch, the windup. Here's the pitch, and just flicks it out there. Hector Tovar will catch it at second and throws it back to third, but Marlette gets back. That's one out. Good play by Hector as he had to move to his left just a little bit as Owen just kind of flicked that one out there to second base, and Hector made a nice play for the first out. And coming to the plate now is the third baseman, number 23, Garrett Hines, who was the pitcher of record last game. Got the win for the Boomers over the Alva Goldbugs. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Charlie Wirtz on the bump for the Maroons, falls behind. In the wind, in the stretch. In the pitch. That one was a nice curveball that curved right over the middle of the plate for a strike one. So 1-1 for Wirtz. That pitch is outside. That one just didn't curve back. So 2-1 is the count. One out. Runner at third base. Batting is Garrett Hines. Wirtz in the stretch and the pitch. And there's a shot into the same gap, right center. Nobody's going to get that one. That's going to be in there for a base hit and extra bases. One run's going to score, and Garrett Hines is going to walk in with a stand-up double as Marlette will score, and it's 1-0 Woodward.
The RBI as Marlette makes his way across the plate.
So 2 hits in this inning, identical spot, right in the right center field gap between Sweet and Diaz. As number 28, Race McEwen, is at the plate now for Woodward, the designated hitter. He takes a first pitch, a strike. McEwen down 0-1. Runner at second base, 1 out. Wirtz goes into his wind. And the pitch. And that one was a nice curveball that did the same thing. Curved over, started out on the outside of the corner of the plate, then curved back over for a nice strike. 0-2. He's ahead in the count. Be a big out here for Charlie if he can get this one in the wind. And the pitch. And he does get him swinging and a miss. Strike 3 for Charlie Wirtz. And that's the second out of the inning recorded. Big out for the Perry, but it's only big if you get the third out. Right here is you got a tough hitter coming to the plate. Number 40, this right fielder, Josh Cargill, had a pretty good game his last game against the Gold Bugs. Gets really good bat on the ball. Wirtz in the wind in the pitch. Runner goes to third. No throw as Hines will steal third base and get into scoring position with 2 outs. That pitch was a ball, so it's 1-0. And the pitch is outside for a ball. So the count is 2-0. Wirtz has fallen behind. 2 outs, runner at third base. 1-0 Woodward on top. Wirtz out of the stretch again. And here's the pitch. And that one was a great little curveball. It's kind of been his bread and butter pitch in this inning as he starts it at the outside corner of the plate and then just draws it back in over the middle block. And it's 2-1 in the count. Out of the stretch again, Wirtz and the pitch. That one tried to do the same thing, but it stayed outside. So 3-1 the count. This is one of those kind of pitches that you might give a hitter like this a green light. 3-1, 2 outs. Charlie Wirtz out of the stretch and the pitch. And he did get the green light, hits it sharply to Hector Tovar, gobbles it up, flips it to first to James Boone, and the inning's over. So for Woodward, there is 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the second. It is 1-0 Woodward. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
True fight to wake up every morning, dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and support from a first-class service team. We're a service company, run by young people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rental, sales, and service.
Back to Ripley Field. Brock Campbell up here in the booth. I wouldn't say high above Ripley Field, but I'm here. Update in the NCAA tournament, just kind of what we expected. Oklahoma State now trails 77-71 with 40 seconds left, and looks like Oregon's going to advance. That's okay. I didn't pick him. I didn't pick him to advance. One and done are going to be the Cowboys once again. OU is up 25-19 earlier in that contest over the Albany basketball team. But here right now, it's 1-0 Woodward on top. We go to the top of the second inning, and Dylan Buck's going to be leading off for the Maroons. Woodward has 2 hits and 1 run, no errors. Perry has 0, 0, and 0. As throw goes down to second base, we'll lead it off. Dylan Buck, number 8, the left fielder, the senior, will start it off for the Maroons. And he'll be facing the pitcher, Keaton Cook. Cook works out of the stretch all the time. Goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. And that's high, and ball 1 to the senior Dylan Buck. Perry must win this game to stay in this tournament. So must Woodward. Cook in the wind and the pitch. There's a shot into the left center field gap, and that's a base hit for Dylan Buck, the first one of the night for the Maroons, and he's on with a single. Just right out over the outstretched hands of the shortstop for Woodward, that being Gage Owen. He tried to go as high as he could, but good bat on the ball by Dylan Buck, a line drive right over his head and falls in for a base hit. So he stands at first. Braden Sweet, the senior, number 21, the center fielder, up on the plate now. Shows bunt. He does bunt, and it is going to be foul ball. It hit him in the box, so we'll have to do it again. Braden steps back in. Cook goes in out of his stretch in the wind. Here's the pitch. Braden shows bunt again. That's high. And that throw down to first base is over the head of the first baseman. And backing up the play is Josh Cargill. But moving to second base is Dylan Buck on the overthrow. And now Braden Sweet with a 1-1 count. What are you going to do here, Coach Brorson, if we're going to still have the bunt on or not? But the throw by Underwood was way, way over the first baseman's head, Damian Rhodes. But good backup. Got to give credit to Josh Cargill over there backing up the play and just letting one base. Here's a pitch. Braden swings and fouls it over the left side out of play. So 1-2 to the senior Braden Sweet. There's a pitch, and he fouls that one off again, stays alive. So Braden battling here. Perry it's been hard to come by for runs and hits so far this year. Hopefully we can get that going. In the wind, and quickly is Cook in the pitch, and it's a good stop by Underwood as the pitch was outside and in the dirt, and Underwood wants to get with this pitcher, make sure they're on the same page because it looked like they got crossed up just a little bit there. The count goes to 2-2 on the senior Braden Sweet. Conference is over on the mound. Cook goes into a stretch again, checks the runner back at second in the wind, and here's the pitch. And that's the same pitch in the dirt, and nice stop once again by Underwood. Could have easily gone back to the backstop on both of those, but way to hang, and even the umpire gives him a pat on the back and says, hey, good job, dude. But the count goes full to 3-2. Nobody out. Runner at second base. Cook in the wind, and here's the pitch. And the same pitch on the outside and in the dirt. And Braden Sweet will draw the walk, and there's runners at first and second with nobody out. And coming to the plate now is James Boone, the first baseman, number 14. James Boone will come up with nobody out, runners at first and second. And he'll bunt it. He'll bunt it to the third base side. Gets a good bunt down. Sacrifices the runners over to second and third. Nice play there made by the third baseman, Garrett Hines, across the diamond for the 5-3 putout. But he does remove the runners up, does James Boone, to second and third with one out.
Current pitcher, number 18, Charlie Works.
Now batting for the Maroons is going to be number 18, the pitcher, Charlie Wirtz. With runners at first or second and third with one out. The first pitch is a ball. Cook in the windup and the pitch. Here it is. And boy, he was way inside, and Charlie probably should have warned that one. And he would have been down at first base, but he kind of brushed him back and didn't take the pitch himself. It was had some gas on it. Cook in the wind. Here's the pitch again. That's high and inside for ball 3. 3-0. This better be a take. Exactly what my partners up here said in the booth. I'm taking all the way here. 3-0. Runners at second and third. Cook in the windup. Here's the pitch. And that one's right down Main Street. Strike one. 3-1. I'm not so sure I wouldn't take another pitch here. He was wild the last batter. 3 in the dirt. And he puts one high and inside, and it's out of play. And unfortunately, yes, Oregon did defeat Oklahoma State 79-73. Brian Nash had 18 points, 7 boards, and 2 assists. Young for Oregon had 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he got a lot of points in that second half because he didn't have hardly any in the first. Charlie Wirtz battles that one off down the right side, and he's got the count now to 3-2. Works his way back here, has the pitcher for Woodward, Keaton Cook. And now we're looking for baseballs, and that has kind of been a common thread the last 2 days. We don't have enough balls here at Perry, or they're not returned. I realize how that sounded. My bad. Baseballs, that is. Cook in the wind and the pitch, and he paints the outside corner and froze Charlie Wirtz for strike 3, and that's 2 outs in the inning, and that will bring up the leadoff hitter, Dawson Padilla, shortstop, number 10, Dawson Padilla. He had a first at bat. He's 0-1, and boy, Cook almost took his head off there in the first pitch, 1-0. That's 2 pitches that Maroons should have been wearing, and we might have a run. Cook in the wind and the pitch. And he paints the outside corner once again to even the count at 1-1. 2 outs. Dawson Padilla up here. Runners at second and third for Perry. Cook quickly in the windup and the pitch. And that one's inside and high. It hit him. It grazed his jersey and it hit him, so they load the bases up. So hit by the pitch. Dawson Padilla will get a free base.
Now coming to the plate for Perry be the third baseman, number 17, Parker Simonet.
Parker Simonet coming up. And he rips one to left field. That's going to score 1. It might score 2 for Perry. They're going to hold up Braden Sweet. Scoring on the play for Perry is going to be Dylan Buck. And a nice rip down into left field by Parker Simonet. And Perry's on the board and tied it 1-1. Simonet gets that hit and an RBI. Garrett Byer strolls to the plate. 2 outs. Runners are FOM, full of Maroons. as the great Bill Platt would say. We're full of Cowboys. Cooking the wind in the pitch. It's high for ball 1 to Garrett Byer. So Perry has struck back with 2 hits here in the inning, 1 run, and have runners on every base. Cooking the wind in the pitch. Garrett puts a high one to left field, but camping under it for Woodward is Denver Howard. He puts it away for the 3rd out. But the Maroons get even, so they will have 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 were left on as we move to the bottom of the 2nd. It's dead tied, 1-1. You're listening. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
A medical team that cares about your health and your community. Doctors Warner, Jameson, Stubbs, and Payton contribute to athletic and philanthropic efforts in Stillwater and surrounding areas like Guthrie, Perry, Perkins, Cushing, and Blackwell. While we are bone and joint experts, we are also parents, friends, and neighbors. Enjoy our quality orthopedic treatment, MRI, and on-site physical therapy services as we support this community. Click outreach at orthook.com. Remember, Ortho Oklahoma, we are keeping you together.
Campbell alongside my partners up here, Tony Cuckoo and Jay Gilbreth, keeping the score and doing the PA up here. As Perry has drawn even 1-1. Let's do this here.
Leading off for Woodward in the bottom of 2 will be the left fielder, number 11, Denver Howard.
Leading off for Woodward, Denver Howard, the left fielder. That one's in there for a strike from Wirtz. Evens the count at 1-1. That one is called a ball. It was a borderline pitch. So 2-1. Charlie Wirtz falls behind in the wind and the pitch. That one tried to curve over, but it was a little high, so 3-1. You don't want to walk the leadoff batter. That's usually bad news, and time called by Denver Howard. In the wind, here's the pitch, and that one's outside, and they called it on the outside black. Looked like it was outside, but he got the call to get the count to 3-2. Howard was on his way down to first, and umpire was like, come back here. Wirtz in the wind. Here's the pitch, and swung on and fouled off on the right side. We'll do it again. 3-2. To Denver Howard, Charlie Wirtz pitching for Perry in the wind. Here's the pitch. And, boy, it almost hit him. It doesn't matter. That's ball 4. So Howard will draw the walk. I think that's the first walk that Charlie has given up tonight. Coming to the plate now for Woodward be the first baseman, number 21, Damian Rhodes. Wirtz working out the stretch now with a runner at first base. Checks him. Here's the pitch. And that's a nice pitch on the outside block. Strike one. Charlie Wirtz gets ahead of the count. Checks the runner in the wind again. Now he's going to, got him picked off. James Boone needs to throw it to second. Got him picked off. There's the tag, and he's out at second. And a nice pickoff there by Charlie Wirtz as Howard was going on first movement, and Charlie got him leaning, threw to James Boone. James Boone threw it to Dawson Padilla. Padilla made the tag, and a nice pickoff play for Perry. That's one out. It's 0-1 now to Damian Rhodes. Pitch is down and in. Oh, they say it's a strike. Went too far, so 0-2 is the count. Wirtz in the wind. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, and it's going to be foul tipped off his foot. Rhodes' foot, that is. A little shaken up a little bit there. He'll walk back gingerly, pick up the bat, and do it again. 0-2 is the count. Nobody on the bases now. One out. Deadlocked at one here. 1-1, Perry and Woodward. Elimination game, Hector Tovar Tournament. Wirtz in the stretch, in the pitch. And he gets him to swing and a miss. Strike three. And that makes it 2 down for the Maroons. As Charlie, I think that's his first K of the night. Pretty sure that's his first strike. That brings to the plate the catcher, number 20, Jackson Underwood. Wirtz working out the windup and the pitch, and a nice curveball. That curve back in, and a swing and a miss by Underwood, and he's in the hole. 0-2. Charlie works out of the windup and the pitch, and got him to swing and miss on the outside corner. Strike three. Charlie Wirtz for Woodward in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the top of the third. We are deadlocked at 1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Follow your team and favorite players in the Perry Daily Journal, supplying your local news for 120 years. The PDJ is a proud supporter of Perry Maroon athletes. From headlines to classified, covering Noble County for more than a century. Pick up a paper or check out our e-edition today to keep current on all Noble County news. Visit our website at www.pdjnews.com to subscribe and friend us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Ripley Field. Got a good one here going as we go to the top of the third. It's 1-1, Perry and Woodward. And leading off for the Maroons, I believe it's going to be, it's the DH here. That's going to be Chandler Bocox coming up. He'll be followed by Hunter Diaz and then Dylan Buck, your 1-2-3 batting order. For Perry right now, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Woodward, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. And Perry has left nobody on. Actually, you have left 3 on. Woodward has left 1 on, it looks like. And Chandler Bocox strolling to the plate. Oklahoma leads by 9, 37-28 over Albany at halftime. Oregon did defeat the Oklahoma State Cowboys 79-73. Now Chandler Bocox will step up and get into the box and face the pitcher. In the wind, and the pitch is cooking. It's high and outside for the ball. Keaton Cook now working out of the windup now, and here's the pitch. Chandler Bocock swings, and he drills one to third right at the third baseman. For Garrett Hines didn't have to move, and he catches it. It's 1 out, but he drilled that one. Just has nothing to show for it. So 1 out as the right fielder for Perry comes up. Number 15, Hunter Diaz. Ball is way outside. Almost went to the backstop. Ball 1. Hunter is 0-1. 0 for 1 on the night. Steps back in, 1-0. Cook in the wind. And the pitch. And that one's inside corner, right on the corner, and it's a strike. 1-1 to count. Cook will go into the windup again as Hunter steps into the box. Goes into his windup, and here's the pitch. That one is just outside. Woodward faithful wanted it. Oh, actually, he did call it. 1-2. Didn't put his hand out, so I didn't know if that was ball or strike. So 1-2 to Diaz. There's a pitch, and he's got it on the outside corner, painted it black, and had him looking, and there's a strikeout there from Keaton Cook, and that's 2 outs on the board. Now coming up to bat now for the Perry Maroons, the left fielder, number 8, Dylan Buck, who had a single his last time up, 1-1. And he also did score. Only run of the game. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Cook in the windup. And the pitch. Dylan right at the center fielder. Nice bat on the ball, but right at the center fielder. Cade Marlette didn't really have to move much and flies out to the center fielder for the 3rd out. For Perry in the top of the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still 1-1, and you're listening to Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
When you walk through a hospital's doors, you have high expectations.
At Stillwater Medical Center, our physicians, nurses, and staff understand.
And we're ready to accommodate you. Our team provides the personal care you expect from a hometown hospital.
And supports it with cutting-edge medical technology.
It's the patient experience perfected. Learn more about our mission at stillwatermedical.com.
Back to Berkeley Field. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tie score 1-1 between your Perry Maroons and the Woodward Boomers here at the Hector Tovar Tournament. The 19th annual, I believe. 19th annual Hector Tovar Tournament. As we got a good one here. Woodward in town. Has already won a game today. Beat the Alba Goldbugs here just before this ball game. 3-1. Their track, they got beat by Blackwell in the first game, 7-1. Then they had to take on Alva, won that one 3-1. Perry's track lost to Life Prep, 7-0, and that's why they're in this ball game tonight. First pitch by Wirtz is on the outside corner, strike 1. So he gets ahead in the count. In the wind and the pitch, and that one, oh, that was a nice curve. It curved right over the inside corner. And the batter thought it was inside, but it's not. And it's strike 2, 0-2 to Joan Alvarez. That pitch is outside for a ball, so 1-2. Just kind of a throwaway pitch there for Charlie. Second baseman number 1, Joan Alvarez. Wirtz in the wind and the pitch. And Alvarez swings, and there's a fly ball. Who's got it? And Dawson Padilla is going to camp under it and get it for the 1st out. In shallow left field, he gets it for out number 1. And that will bring up the leadoff man who tripled his first time up. That's Cade Marlette, the center fielder. He had a triple, and he also scored the run. Works in the wind and the pitch, and nice curve ball inside, and swinging right underneath it was Marlette for strike one. Oh and 1 is the count. Charlie goes into his windup once again. And here's the pitch. Trying to bunt it was Marlette, and he missed it. So it's strike two. He did go. 0-2 the count. 1 out in the inning, 1-1. Perry and Woodward. Here in the bottom of the third, Woodward is the home team. Time called by Marlette. Perkins Stonklewall will come up next, and then we'll close out the session, and we'll go into tomorrow. Works in the wind and the pitch, and a nice curveball just a bit high on the outside corner. It was a great pitch. Wanted to see if he was going to go fishing. That was a hard one to lay off for Marlette with the 1-2 count. Now Wirtz goes in the windup and the pitch again, and he swings and misses, and dropping the ball as Garrett Byer picks it up, fires down to first base to James Boone for the out. 2 outs on the play, and Wirtz gets another strikeout. I think that's his second. So Marlette will be 1-2 on the night, or 1 for 2 on the night. Gage Owen, the shortstop, number 2, up to bat for Woodward, and he swings and he foul tips that one off his foot. Walking a little gingerly. Umpire's going to give him a little time, but that's strike one. So 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 0-1 count to Gage Owen. Charlie Wirtz looking very, very good on the bump tonight. The freshman is hard. He gets a little nervous sometimes, but he's surely not showing it right now. He's got good rhythm going. He's got this deadlocked at 1-1 and got some of these Boomer hitters guessing. There's the pitch. And as I said that, that was my bad. I will take that as Gage Owen laces one right into left field for a base hit. And wouldn't you know it, when I said that, that happens. So Garrett Hines comes to the plate, the third baseman, number 23. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Drove in the only run that Woodward has. So Charlie goes into the stretch again, and he's going to fire to first, and tag applied there by Boone, but runner's safe. Charlie's already picked off one player on a really good pickoff move. Got him in a rundown and got the tag at second base by Dawson Padilla back in the second inning, I believe. Wirtz out of the stretch, and now here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. 1-0, 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the third, tied at 1 here between your Perry Maroons and the Woodward Boomers. In the Hector Tovar Tournament, the 19th annual. Late Hector Tovar has just been an instrumental person in the sport of baseball around Perry for many years, the family as well. And what better way to pay homage to a wonderful baseball man, coach, connoisseur than to have a tournament in his honor. And that's what we got, 19 years running right now. Try where it's in the wind and the pitch. And that one is on the outside. Did they call it? They called it a ball. 2-0. So 2-0 with the count. Charlie Wirtz. Garrett Hines at the plate for the Boomers. Got a count in his favor. See if the coach gives him a green light with 2 outs. Wirtz out of the stretch, and he's going to throw over to first. And James Boone did an acrobatic catch to not let that one get behind him. That throw was a little to the left side of the bag, and Boone had to stretch out. And, yeah, went to the well one too many times, so got 2 outs. We need to focus on the batter. Now Charlie does come to home. He pitches a hot shot to the hot corner. It goes off of Bo Cox, and then Padilla grabs it, throws it across the diamond, and that's it's gonna give a base hit, but it was a hot shot, and it's gonna be a hit for Woodward, their second of the inning. That is also their 4th of the game, so runners at first and second. And now coming to the plate, Garrett Hines is now 2 for 2 on the night. Coming to the plate is the designated hitter, number 28, Race McEwen. Works out of the stretch once again, checks the runners. He's set, comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Just kind of drew back that curveball once again. 0-1 gets ahead of the count. Works out of the stretch again, checks the runners again, comes to the home plate. Swing and a miss by McEwen for strike 2, but the runners will steal the base, so runners will be at second and third with 2 outs. So this is a big, big batter for Charlie Wirtz to keep it at 1-1 here. McEwen is the designated hitter. He's down 0-2 in the count, 2 outs. Charlie Wirtz out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, and nice curveball on the outside. Got him to go fishing, and he didn't have a hook to save his life to catch anything over there, and it's a strike 3. And that retires at the side. So for the Woodward Boomers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. There were 2 left on base. We move to the top of the 4th, and it's still 1-1. This is Perry Maroon Basketball on Triple Play Sports.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is knowing that you are covered. Get peace of mind. Get Steve Womack at the Womack Agency. You can visit with Steve at 623 Delaware Street, or you can call him at 580-336-6300. Or he invites you to visit his website at www.farmersagent.com/SWOMAC.
Score tied 1-1 between your Perry Maroons and the Woodward Boomers. And for Perry, through 3 innings, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. And they have left 3 guys on base. And for the Boomers, 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error, and they have left 3 on base as well. So through 3 as we go to the top of the 4th, and leading off for the Maroons will be the center fielder, number 21, Braden Sweet, who walked his first time up. So no official plate appearance yet. Cooking the wine, and here's a pitch, and it's hit into, and it's going to be popped up actually to the second baseman. And that was Joan Alvarez with the putout. So first out of the inning. Now coming to the plate for the Maroons, the first baseman, number 14, James Boone. Cooking the wine and the pitch, and that's down and in, a ball in the dirt, really. 1-0 the count, 1 out. Score tied at 1. Cook in the wind, and here's the pitch. And boy, it was right in his kitchen. That is for James Boone, and he fouled it back, straight back to the backstop, into the netting, and he was right on that one. 1-1 the count. Cook in the wind, and here comes the pitch. That one's outside for a ball. 2-1. And he wants another baseball. So umpire obliges, gives him another baseball, and Underwood throws it back out to him. 2-1 at the count, 1 out. James Boone at the plate for the Maroons. Cook goes into the wind, kicks, and here's the pitch, and that one's outside again. So 3-1. See if what Coach Brorson tells James to do here. 3-1 count. Cook now winds up. Here's the pitch, and that one's down. Hits the inside corner for a strike. 3-2. So 3-2 count, 1 out. James Boone at the plate. Cook in the wind, and here's the pitch, and he swings and a miss. Strike 3. James Boone will go down for the second out of the inning. And he's 0 for 2 on the night. Charlie Wirtz will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the night. He's the pitcher, number 18. Cooking the wine. Here's the pitch, and that's on the outside corner. Oh, whoa, that was a couple baseballs off the plate, but the umpire gave it to him, and he's shaking his head. Perry a little chirping over there, but that was way outside. That should have been ball 1. There's the pitch again. It's hit straight back to Cook, and he'll run over, flip to first. Almost did it too late and got the out. So that's the third out in the inning for the Maroons. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the fourth, and we're still tied 1-1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Duty, neighbors united for the common good. Honor, the faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good. Country, a vow to support our nation's people during desperate times. Duty, honor, country. National Guard.
This is like a
National Guard.
You're not National Guard.
Okay, I can't hear what you're saying, man. Text me. And welcome back to Ripley Field. Brock Campbell alongside nobody up here. I'm all by my lonesome, and I'm trying to keep the stats as best I can without my partner. He'll be here Monday, so I'm missing him, and he stayed home and had some other things he needed to take care of today. So we will have Mike Shaw on the radio broadcast with us Monday. As we are deadlocked here, as we go to the bottom of the fourth, it's 1-1, Perry and Woodward. Charlie Wirtz has been pretty good on the mound for the Maroons, keeping Woodward at bay, except for that first inning. Perry struck back in the second with the tally of their own, and that's the scoring. It's 1-1. Woodward really had one hit that really hurt. That was the leadoff triple from Cade Marlatt, and then he was hit in to make the score 1-0. Okay, I guess we're ahead of some breaks, Tim. I guess we could play a couple of the breaks before again, so we can get me on track for the bottom of the fifth. So we're just starting the bottom of the fourth. Wirtz kicks and comes home, and that one a little outside for ball 1. Josh Cargill at the plate now for the Woodward Boomers, right fielder, number 40. Wirtz out of the windup, and here's the pitch. And that one does hit the outside corner, and it's 1-1. So I guess if it's equally bad, I guess we're fine. So if they give us those pitches too, I guess we'll be okay with it. In the wind in the pitch here for Charlie, and it's fouled off on the right side, out of play. Count to 1-2. Okay, that's fine, Tim. Try where it's in the wind. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it's hit right back where it came from. Charlie Wirtz picks it up, fires the first for the out. So 1 out as he kind of fisted Cargill on the inside. He got him fisted, and he just trickled it back up to Charlie. Charlie picked it up. Pretty easy play and fired to first for 1 out. So whatever Charlie's doing right now, he's keeping these hitters way off balance. As Cargill is 0 for 2 tonight. Howard comes to the plate. He walked. He hasn't had an official appearance yet, but his last appearance was a walk. Charlie Wirtz goes into the windup. Here's the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Wirtz back on the bump in the wind, and kicks and comes home, and that's way outside for ball 2. Game plan is to work those corners. The outside corners of the batter is the game plan, it looks like, for Wirtz and the Perry Maroons tonight, and it's working. And then just as you think you're just going to get an outside pitch, he comes back inside and fists you like he did with Cargill. And a little trickler back to him. There's a ball outside, 3-0 now. Charlie in the wind, kicks, and he comes home. And that one's right down Main Street. Strike one, 3-1 for Charlie Wirtz. See if he can climb the ladder here and get back here and get the count to full. Here's the wind in the pitch. Kicks it, and it's outside for a ball. And another walk given to Howard, his second of the game. And he'll be at first with one out. And that'll bring up the first baseman, number 21, Damian Rhodes, 0 for 1 on the night. He had a strikeout his first time up at bat. Oh, Cowboy baseball. TCU and Oklahoma State tied at 2 in the top of the 6th. There's a bunt, and a sacrifice is good by Rhodes. Moves the runner over. 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning. Wirtz has 2 outs. Moves the runner to second base. That's Howard. And that will bring up the catcher, number 20, Jackson Underwood. So Cowboys and Horned Frogs deadlocked at 2, top of the 6th in Fort Worth. It's a big series for both squads. Oh, it's now 3-2 Cowboys. Wow. Boy, if the Cowboys can win that series, it's going to be a good year. There's a pop-up. Underwood pops it up to Braden Sweet. He camps under it, puts the out away for the third out. And for Woodward, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 man left on base. We move to the top of the 5th. Same score, 1-1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Bluestem Hunting Reserve, located northeast of Perry, Oklahoma, offers traditional no-limit field hunts for pheasant and chukar in some of the finest natural habitat found anywhere. Enjoy either a half or a full day behind 14 dogs and get into the action. Bluestem also specializes in European-style pheasant shoots for groups of up to 24 shooters. Hunts include shooting skeet and no limit on bird tag. Give Bill a call at 580-336-4148 to reserve your hunt today, or check us out at huntbluestem.com.
Little boy in a baseball hat stands in the field.
And welcome back to Rivers Road. Brock Campbell up here alongside Tony Cuckoo, Jay Gilbreth, doing a good job on the PA and the scoring. That's what I was doing earlier today. I was calling some games and all that stuff. Good time to see some baseball. We finally got some decent weather. Yesterday was just not fun if you're a baseball player or a fan, or even me up in this box with nothing showering me either, but it was cold yesterday. Got a nice little heater up here, and we're making it work. So we go to the top of the 5th. We're still deadlocked at 1-1, and score of interest here in the top of the 6th in Fort Worth. The Cowboys of Oklahoma State lead 4-2 over the Horned Frogs of TCU. Number 1 Horned Frogs, that is, of TCU. They have 1 man on with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, does OSU. So Cowboys have gone to play in Fort Worth.
Well, we have a break in the action. We got a scoring update in the top of 6. OSU is leading TCU, score of 4-2. Leading off in the top of 5 for the Maroons.
Now leading off for the Maroons, the shortstop, Dawson Padilla. He is 0 for 1 on the night. Cook in the wind, kicks, and here's the pitch. And that was inside and high, but it's called a strike. So Dawson falls behind, 0-1. Cook quickly in the wind and the pitch. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and missed on the outside corner. So he's got Dawson guessing right now. It's 0-2. Got a good pitching matchup right now. Cook for Woodward and Wirtz for Perry. Dawson fouls that one off on the right side. Can anybody get it? And the first baseman just missed it. New life for Dawson Padilla. I like to call him airball because only time I've seen him play basketball, he's airballed. And he accepts it. He accepts that nickname. He accepts it and he loves it. Cook in the wind in the pitch, and it's strike 3 on the outside corner. Buckled the knees of Dawson Padilla, and there's 1 away.
Now coming to the plate for the Maroons will be the third baseman, number 17, Parker Simonet.
Now coming to the plate for Perry, It will be number 17, the third baseman, Parker Simonek. It was 1 for 1 on the night. That pitch is high and in for ball 1. Parker had a nice single to left field his last at bat. In the wind, and the pitch is Wirtz, and he's got it down the left field line. It's a fair ball, headed to the corner. Simonek runs first. He's going for 2, and he will stand up with a stand-up double at second base. And Perry has one at on the base with 1 out. And boy, just painted that line, went into the corner, and got a stand-up double. So Parker Simonek now 2 for 2 on the night. And sets the stage for Garrett Byer, the senior, number 13, the catcher, comes to the plate with a runner in scoring position for the Maroons. Top of the 5th. Top of the 5th. Score tied 1-1, Perry and Woodward. Now Cook out of the stretch, and there's the pitch. Garrett turned on it and hit it a mile down the left side, but it's going to be way foul. So 0-1 to count, 1 out. Runner at second base, that's Simonek, who's 2 for 2 on the night. Cook in the wind, and here's the pitch. Garrett Byer swings and hits it to the shortstop, and that's Owen, fires across the diamond, and it's out. It looked like he might have pulled Rhodes off the base, but a good play there by Owen. So it's a 6-3 putout. Simonek goes to third on the throw. 2 outs in the inning. And that's going to bring up Chandler Bocox, the designated hitter, number 12, but Chandler Bocox. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Chandler 0 for 2 on the night. Striked out the last time at bat. Cook in the wind and the pitch, and he hit him. Yes, Chandler took it, and he hit him.
Bocox will be hit by the pitch as he makes his way down to first. Now with runners.
That's the second hit by pitch by Cook.
2 away, coming up to the plate for the Maroons will be the right fielder, number 15, Hunter Diaz.
Cook has several strikeouts. They had a little conversation on the mound. He's got 2 hit by pitches, and catcher signaling some kind of a play as got runners on the corners. That's got Simonek at third base and Chandler Bocox at first. And now coming to the plate is the right fielder, number 15, Hunter Diaz. Cook out of the stretch. And here's the pitch. And Hunter swings and hits it, a slow roller to the shortstop, and he flips to second base. Alvarez for the force out to retire the side. But into the inning for Perry, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and there were 2 left on base. As we move to the bottom of the 5th, it's still 1-1, and this is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Hey, Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst and let your fear disappear. Have you heard about the Maroon Fan Special? Be one of the first 10 callers and take advantage of our Let's Get Acquainted appointment and get $100 off any new dental services valued by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38. Don't wait. Call 336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry Maroon Fan Special. Go Maroons, go!
Welcome back to Ripley Field. As we are still deadlocked at 1. Woodward scored 1 in the first. Perry countered back in the second to score their only tally, 1 as well. And it's been zeros ever since that those first 2 innings. Charlie Wirtz has gone, almost 5 complete innings, so 4.5 innings as we start the bottom of the 5th. And he's done very well. As leading off for the Boomers will be the second baseman, number 1, Juwan Alvarez. 0 for 1 on the night. Wertz had the windup and the pitch. Alvarez swings and he flies to right field. Right there on the run on his horse is Hunter Diaz with the catch. And that's the first out. So an F9 for Alvarez as we start the inning. Nice little running catch in the right center field gap. Braden Sweet coming over to help, and just good communication out there by those two to get the first out. Now coming up to the bat has been a thorn in everybody's side today is the center fielder, number 14, Cade Marlatt. He's 1 for 2 on the night, scored a run and has a hit, has that triple. There's the pitch right down Main Street by Wirtz. Strike 1, 0 and 1 on the count. Wirtz in the wind and the pitch again, and that's another strike on the outside corner. So 0-2 the count on Marlatt. So in the hole is Marlatt. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, Hector Tovar Tournament. Losers bracket elimination game between Perry Maroons and the Woodward Boomers. Charlie gets back on the bump. In the wind. Kicks and fires and comes home. Here's the pitch, and it's just low on that curve. That's been working so good for him tonight. First ball, so 1-2 the count. That was a good spot to miss, 0-2. You don't want to give him anything really good to hit on 0-2. So that was a, see if he'd go fishing. Here's the pitch again, and it's fouled off on the right side into the netting right in front of the Woodward dugout. TCU has runners at first and second base with 2 outs. John Perrin is pitching for the Cowboys tonight. Apparently pitching very well tonight. There's the pitch. Marlatt swings and hits a grounder, and it goes over the glove of Parker Simonek into left field. And that's got to be an error. Yes, that's going to be an error. And there's an error on the throw. Marlett's going to go to second, and he'll stop at second as he rounded second. But, boy, with 1 out, you gave up an error there, as that was a easy play, and Simonek just let it go over his glove. And so it will be an error, and Marlatt will be at second base with 1 out, and with his speed, he may try to swipe third, too. Gage Owen comes up, the shortstop, number 2. Yeah, it should be an error on both. It should be 2 errors. Yeah, you're correct. Well, we're it's hometown crowd here. We're being nice. Where it's kicks and fires, and it's off the outside of the plate. Ball 1 to Gage Owen. Gage Owen 1 for 2 on the night. Got a runner in scoring position, Marlatt. Now they're going to get together with coach over there and discuss what they want to do. As we're in the bottom of the 5th, tie score 1-1. Been a pitcher's duel thus far between Charlie Wirtz, the freshman, and Keaton Cook, which is, where you at, Keaton? A senior. Wirtz will work right at the stretch. Oh, he's got him picked off, and nobody's at third to cover. Nobody's at third to cover. Marlatt steals third anyway, but Charlie had him picked off, but nobody was at the base to cover the base. And now Marlatt is in scoring position, and you got to watch the suicide squeeze now if you're Perry. Wirtz works out of the stretch, fires, and fouls it off down the right side for strike 1. Does Owen, 1-1. Kind of surprised he didn't show bunt and do the suicide squeeze with the speed of Marlatt. These are two of your money players for the Boomers, Marlatt and Owen. Two good skill players. And there it is, squeeze play, and it's going to be fouled off, and Marlatt would have scored easy, but it's going to be 1-2. So the baseball gods have spoken for Perry because Marlatt was going to be easily safe and almost took out his own man. I mean, that's how far down he was. So 1-2 the count, 1 out. Marlatt is at third base for the Boomers. Wirtz trying to get this out here. It's a big out. Works out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball lifted to first base. James Boone gets it, and he catches it, and he's going to fire to home, and he keeps Marlatt at third base. Good job by James Boone. Boy, he almost let that one get out of his mitt as he was backpedaling. Converging was Diaz, and over there to help over there was Hector Tovar, but James Boone took the catch himself and then fired to home, and Marlatt had to retreat back to third base. So 2 outs. That's a big out if you get this one. So Garrett Hines is 2 for 2. This is a big out. You got to get this one. 2 for 2 is Garrett Hines. Garrett Hines takes the first pitch for a strike. He is a senior as well. 6 foot 220 senior. Righty-righty matchup. Like I said, he is 2 for 2 on the night. I'm missing a hit somewhere. Oh, well. Doing the best I can without my partner up here. 0-1 to count. Wirtz works out of the stretch. Takes a long look over to Marlatt at third base. Now he's got his sign. Kicks and comes home. And a nice swing and a miss on the curveball inside for strike 2. 0-2 the count. 2 outs. And you don't want to give him anything close to hit, but you don't want to get so careful that you throw this to the backstop. Kicks and comes home, and that's in the dirt, ball 1. Nice stop by Garrett Byer. Count goes to 1-2. 2 outs. Man on third base. Bottom of the 5th, 1-1. We're tied here at the Hector Tovar Tournament. Elimination game between Perry and Woodward. Wirtz fires, kicks and comes home. There's a swing and a drive to center field. Braden Sweet on his horse. He's there. He'll get it. He gets it into right center field, and no run will score, and it's the 3rd out for the inning. So for Woodward, no runs on, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We move to the top of the 6th. It's still deadlocked 1-1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Campbell Communications is proud to sponsor and to bring you Perry Maroon Athletics. To become a sponsor, please visit www.campbellcommunicationsok.com or call and ask for Brock at 405-204-4246. Campbell Communications, where we bring the game to you.
Welcome back to Ripley Field. Brock Campbell up here, bringing you all the action between Perry and Woodward tonight. We're deadlocked at 1-1. And in the 7th inning, top of the 7th, Cowboys still lead the TCU Horned Frogs in Fort Worth 4-2. Have really done well tonight in the first game of that series going underway in Fort Worth. And then I'm going to check the OU score for those who are listening that might want to know how OU's doing. OSU lost by 6 tonight, 79-73 to Oregon in the NCAA tournament. OU currently leads Albany 52-42, just under 10 minutes to go in that one. But here at Ripley Field, it's 1-1. A pitcher's duel here in an elimination game. These two teams do not want to go home, especially Perry being the host of this. Leading off in the top of the 6th inning for Perry is number 8, the left fielder, Dylan Buck. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Dylan is 1 for 1 on the night. Cooking the wine in the pitch, and that's outside and for a ball, 1-1. on the bump quickly, works very quickly in his wind, and here's the pitch. Dillon swings and fouls that one off right behind us for strike 2, 1-2. For Perry, through 5 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. And for Woodward, 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. 1-2 to Dillon Buck. Cook in his wind, kicks and comes home. And Dillon swings and drives one up the middle into center field for a base hit. Just out of the reach of Alvarez, and he's on with a single. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And leadoff is on for the Maroons. He has 2 of the 4 hits, does Dillon Buck. The other 2 with Parker Simonek has those. Braden Sweet now comes to the plate. Number 21, the center fielder, made a great running catch in right center field to end the inning last inning and not give up a run, because Marlette was at third base, and the baseball gods shone on us as they missed the suicide squeeze, and then that caused Owen to get out, and then there's a bunt attempt by Braden Sweet, and then oh gosh, what's his name? Okay, Garrett Hines flew out to Braden Sweet in the right center field gap. Deep in the right center field gap. On that speed, Braden tracked it down and got the third out. He's down 0-1 in the count. Cook steps off the rubber, checks the man at first, which is Dillon Buck. Now he gets the sign. He kicks and comes home. Pitches back to the backstop, and it's going down to second base. This is Dillon Buck as the pitch goes all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch. And now Perry is in business right now. 1-1, nobody out, runner at second, and a 1-1 count. So you can almost assure that the bunt is on right here if he gets a pitch to bunt. Cook slowly walks back to the mound. He's looking over there at the dugout to see if coach is going to come out. He's standing about 5 feet in front of the dugout. Cook kicks and comes home. There's a bunt. Braden Sweet, a great bunt. Nobody's going to get it. He's going to be safe. And moving to third base is Dillon Buck as nobody covered third. What a great bunt by Braden Sweet. And nobody was at third base as Dillon Buck swiped third base. And, boy, they're lucky that somebody got back to second, because Braden could have turned that corner and went to second himself, because everybody went and tracked down third base. And then second was wide open. But runners at the corners, no outs. And coming to the plate, the senior, number 14, first baseman James Boone. 2 hits in the inning for Perry. James Boone steps in. Cook in the stretch. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Potential to do some damage for Perry. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Boone shows bunt, and he misses it on the outside corner. Strike 2. James has just not gotten a rhythm yet as he played basketball when the wrestlers came, and it's just getting everybody gelled here. You know, Perry's 0-5 on the year, and a young year so far. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be on the inside corner, or outside corner, strike 3, and Boone will strike out. But Braden Sweet will swipe second base. So runners at second and third with nobody or with 1 out. And Boone strikes out. Charlie Wirtz will come to the plate now for the Maroons. Number 18. He's 0 for 1 on the night. This could be a suicide squeeze too, but we'll see what happens. And the pitch all the way to the backstop, and boy, Dillon Buck, he just didn't have enough to get to home plate, but that's a ball. That's a very wild ball. 1-0. As Charlie could have worn that one, but that had some steam on it. And Charlie's little Charlie, like I say, you know, with little Liam from football, they're probably not going to want to take many baseballs off their body. There's no fat on those bodies at all. I kind of envy that. I wish I had no fat on my body, but, I digress. As we've got a conference on the mound, 1-1 is our score. We got runners on the corner, runners at second and third with 1 out. 1-0 count to Charlie Wirtz, who's done a really good job pitching tonight. Let's see what they put on here. Cook comes to the plate, kicks and fires, and there's a swing and a miss by Charlie. 1-1 is the count. Cook in the stretch and kicks and comes home, and there's a swing and a miss again for strike 2. 1-2 for Charlie Wirtz, and he's in a hole now. He's going to have to Cook in the wind and the pitch very quickly, and Wirtz swings, and he's going to foul it on the right side out of play. But, man, Cook, the ball came back in, and Charlie kind of ducked, and it was not even close to him. That tells you he doesn't want to take about an 80-mile fastball off his body if he's ducking because it comes back into play. Cook gets on the bump again. Up in the count, 1-2 in the stretch. And kicks and comes home. Charlie swings, and it's going to be just foul on the left side. Trickle just foul by the third baseman. Yeah, Woodward is playing shallow, like my comrade said up here. Lots of room in right center if he can figure out how to maybe flip one out there. They're kind of shaded over to the left side. Cook in the wind, kicks and comes home, and strike 3 right down the middle, froze him. So out number 2 recorded. So 2 outs, runners at second and third. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 10, Dawson Padilla, 0 for 2 on the night, has 1 strikeout. Cook in the wind in the pitch, and Dawson strikes one down to the center field. Right there is the center fielder for Woodward. Cade Marlatt with the put out for the 3rd out, and Woodward gets out of a jam. So for the Maroons in the top of the 6th, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
It's terrifying to wake up every morning dedicated to higher standard work and engineering equipment services by leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide their reliability and license support for the first class service. Run by equipment people, where others fall, we continue. Engineering services, the higher standard equipment rental, sales, and service.
And welcome back to Ripley Field. Got a score of interest here in Fort Worth. Once again, Oklahoma State now leads TCU 5-2 in the top of the 7th inning. Have a runner at second base, nobody out. As now we do have 1 out, looks like, but still 5-2. Big game right now going on for the Cowboys in Fort Worth. As Perry had a definite threat in that top of the 6th, had runners at second and third with 1 out, with 1 out. Had a strikeout and then a fly out to end the inning. And it was a good hit by Dawson Padilla, but just right at Marlatt. And he put it out for the 3rd out. So we are at the bottom of the 6th now. Woodward batting. And now at the plate is number 28, the designated hitter, Race McEwen, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Has a strikeout. And the first pitch was a strike. Wirtz fires and kicks and comes home, and that's ball outside. 1-1 the count. Wirtz gets his sign in the wind, kicks and fires and comes home. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off down the right side, out of play. 1-2. Charlie has done a really nice job tonight getting ahead in the count for the most part on these Woodward Boomer hitters. And he's ahead 1-2 again in the wine. And here's the pitch. And got him to go fishing, got him to strike out. The curve on the outside of the black, and that's another strikeout for Charlie Wirtz. And it's 1 out for the Maroons, or for Woodward in the bottom of the 6th. So Race McEwen is now 0 for 3 on the night in the DH spot and has 2 strikeouts to go with it. Here's the pitch for Wirtz. Actually, no, he was wanting another baseball. My bad. Now at the plate for Woodward, the right fielder, number 40, Josh Cargill, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Charlie kicks and fires, comes to home plate, swings and grounds one to first base, flips it over. Does James Boone to Charlie Wirtz, covering for the 2nd out. Nice play as James moved to his right, stabbed it, flipped it to Charlie Wirtz, covering for the 2nd out. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. That's Cargill. He is 0 for 3 on the night too. So Woodward is guessing right now. Howard has really not an official at bat. He's got 2 walks. There's the first pitch, and he fouls it back, straight back at us. So 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, tied 1-1. Perry and Woodward. Perry is the visiting team, Woodward the home team. Charlie Wirtz, it looks like he's got at least 4 strikeouts. I think he's got more than that. And he pitches another strike on the outside corner. He is just in a zone tonight, and he's just a freshman. 0-2, don't give him very much to hit. Kicks and comes home. And there was the curveball on the outside, and just getting a piece of it was Howard to stay alive at 0-2. So we'll redo it at 0-2, 2 outs. Wirtz kicks and fires, and that one's on the outside, not close enough to get the call. It's 1-2. Yeah, exactly where Garrett set up. Exactly, he pitched it right there. Try to get him to come fishing. 1-2 pitch. That one's on the outside. It's 2-2. So triple ducks on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Whatever you do superstitious-wise, this is the pitch to do it. And we've got time called by Howard. I don't have a hat, but you usually do the hat and the change and whatever. You know, you've seen so many things over the years, the new things. You does the bow and arrow or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do. But if you got a superstition, do it right now. 2-2, kicks and fires. And it's fouled off down the right side, out of play. It might have a car in it, might hit a truck. My car is far enough down there that I don't have to worry about it. And there's a big truck in my way, so if it's going to hit anything, it's going to hit that truck first. I did that on purpose. 2-2 pitch. And it's right back to Charlie Wirtz. He grabs it, throws it to first base for the 3rd out to retire the side. And for Woodward in the bottom of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still deadlocked 1-1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
A medical team that cares about your health and your community. Doctors Miller, Jameson, Stubbs, and Payton contribute to athletic and philanthropic efforts in Stillwater and surrounding areas like Guthrie, Perry, Perkins, Cushing, and Blackwell. While we're bone and joint experts, we're also parents, friends, and neighbors. Enjoy our quality orthopedic treatment, MRI, and on-site physical therapy services as we support this community. Click outreach at orthook.com. Remember, Ortho Oklahoma, we are keeping you together.
Welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma, Ripley Field. We move to the top of the 7th. We've got a great game going on between your Perry Maroons and the Woodward Boomers. It's deadlocked at 1 apiece. And we've got a really good pitcher's duel. Charlie Wirtz of Perry and Keaton Cook of Woodward really going at it. They are both the pitchers of record right now. Nobody has changed pitchers, and it's just been a really good joy to watch, especially a freshman pitcher for Perry come in and really kind of, keep at bay a very good school, a 5A school. as Perry will start off. Parker Simonek will come up, the third baseman. He's 2 for 2 on the night and has 1 RBI. Also has 1 walk. So 2 for 2 on the night. Parker Simonek steps in. Keaton Cook in the wind and fires. Here's the pitch. And that's way outside and high. Ball 1. Steps back in. Now he's going to work out of the stretch. And he's going to fire. And that almost hit Parker. And he kind of mad at himself because he thinks he probably should have worn that one. And we've seen about 3 or 4 pitches tonight that Perry could have worn. And frankly, I don't know if I would have worn it. I mean, Cook in the wind. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. Parker Simonek on the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Cook out of the stretch. Kicks and comes home. And Parker drives one to right center field. Nobody's going to get that one. He's on his horse around first. And it's going to fall in for a base hit all the way to the wall. Parker around second. He's going to go for third. And here comes the throw. He's going to slide in. No, he's not. He's going to stand up triple. Parker Simonek 3 for 3 on the night. And he just drove that one into the right center gap, and nobody was going to get that one. Wow, that was a shot by Parker. 3 hits on the night, and that's going to make the Woodward coach come out, and that might be it for Cook. Let's see if it is. We got a lot of people. The whole team is conferencing on the mound. The infield and the battery are around the coach for Woodward, that being Jay MacArthur. But Perry, stand-up triple to start the top of the 7th in a 1-1 ball game. That's Parker Simonek's 3rd hit of the game, 3 for 3 on the night. Has 1 RBI and has a walk to go with it as well. And that's going to bring up big Garrett Byer, the catcher, number 13, who is due tonight. He is 0 for 2. Garrett Byer is if there's a guy due, this is definitely the guy, because he was hammering the ball last year. This is another guy that, oh, by the way, he is a state wrestling champion, so he just came into baseball. He is the 162nd individual state wrestling champion in Perry history. He won at 220 pounds over Bryson McGowan of Holbert. Infield comes in. Garrett drives one to the left field corner. Is it fair? Is it foul? It's going to be foul ball. Boy, he drove it all the way to Ponca City, but it was foul. Wow. He turned on that one and got one that he likes, and I don't know if he's going to see that pitch again from Cook or not, but it's 0-1. Infield drawn in. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for a ball, 1-1. The infield is drawn in on the grass as Simonek stands at third. They want to cut the runner off at home, and they're going to intentionally walk Garrett Byer. Coach was like, we're not going to pitch to him. They give him the intentional walk as they don't want to deal with that. And he'll get a courtesy runner. That will be Brown again. So Garrett is officially 0 for 2 on the night with 2 walks. And coming to the plate, designated hitter number 12, Chandler Bocox, 0 for 2 on the night, has a strikeout. Actually, I don't know if he has a strikeout or not. But they intentionally walked Garrett Byer. They didn't want to deal with that. And Coach MacArthur playing the odds here. Infield still drawn in on the grass. So Brown at first, Simonek at third. No outs for Woodward. Cook fires and comes home, and that's right through for a strike. 0-1 the count, nobody out. You try to maybe put a squeeze on, but don't know if you have the runner at third to get it there, and I don't know if you got a bunter that can get it down either. There's a pitch, and it's outside. 1-1. No offense to Chandler. I don't know how he bunts, because this is my first time calling a game. But the infield is drawn in, so that really wouldn't work. Nice little bloop over the infield would work, though. Cook And there's a squeeze play coming, and Parker Simnek is going to be safe. And he missed the ball on the squeeze. Parker Simnek still came down the line, and he's safe. So it's 2-1 Perry. Just got in before he was tagged out. Boy, that could have been disaster right there. And Brown goes down to second base. Thought about going to third, but thought better of it. And, yeah, that could have been some disaster there as Chandler did. It was a squeeze play. He missed the ball. The catcher, Underwood, retrieved the ball and almost tagged Parker out, but Parker just slid in. Parker would have been fine, but he came down the third base line, hesitated once he saw the ball go behind him, the catcher, and then broke for home, but made it a little bit more interesting than what it should have been. But nonetheless, it's 2-1 Perry. There's a pitch on the outside, didn't get the corner, so it's 3-1 to Cook. Fires, and it's down low in the dirt. Ball 4, and Chandler Bocox draws a walk. And that will be it for Cook right there. Cook will be out of the ball game, and as Perry has runners at first and second. So we will have a pitching change. And
We have a simple message for our local residents and neighbors.
The best patient experience in healthcare isn't an hour away.
It's right here at Stillwater Medical Center.
We're pledging excellence.
And our physicians, nurses, and staff are promising compassionate care every day.
So when you need understanding, attentive treatment,
You can stay close to home.
learn more by visiting stillwatermedical.com.
Follow up with your team and favorite players in the Perry Daily Journal, supplying your local news for 120 years. The PDJ is a proud supporter of Perry Maroon athletes. From headlines to classified, covering Noble County for more than a century. Pick up a paper or check out our e-edition today to keep current on all Noble County news. Visit our website at www.pdjnews.com to subscribe and friend us on Facebook.
welcome back to the top of the seventh, and your Maroons just took the lead 2-1, and Chase Keaton Cook out of the ball game. And now pitching for Woodward is number 40, who was in right field, would be Josh Cargill now on the bump. Josh Cargill is pitched. So 2-1. We have runners at first and second. And still nobody out for Perry. Score of interest in Fort Worth. In the bottom of the seventh inning, TCU has drawn within one. It's 5-4. Oklahoma State still leads. Have 2 outs in the inning. 2-2 count with 2 outs. And Hunter Diaz will step in for Perry. He is 0 for 3 on the night. Perry in the inning so far, 1 run, 1 hit, and TCU just bunt by Hunter, and it's going to be trickling foul on the left side. It was a good attempt. So we got a good ball game here. Got a good ball over Woodward, top of the seventh. Now on the mound is Josh Cargill, as we just chased Keaton Cook out. He comes to the plate, fires, and it's on the outside for a ball. So it's 1-1 the count to Hunter Diaz. 0 for 3 on the night, has a strikeout. Runners at first and second for the Maroons. Nobody out. First baseman cheating in here, looking for a bunt. Hunter does bunt. Good bunt. Bunts it right in front for the catcher. He throws down to first base with the second baseman covering for the out. But a nice sacrifice for Hunter Diaz, and advances the runners to second and third. So 1 away for Perry, second and third. And Dylan Buck comes up to the plate, the senior left fielder. Going to just give him the intentional walk. So bases are loaded. And Braden can bunt the ball. I don't know if that was a wise decision or not. Braden can put one down here, suicide squeeze. They've got Brown, who's a pitch runner at third right now for Perry, and the pitch is high and inside for a ball. So runners on every base for Perry. FOM full of Maroons. Infield drawn in on the grass. Cargill kicks and comes home, and Braden Sweet fouls it off to the right side, out of play, to even the count 1-1. In the top of the seventh, Perry now leads 2-1, has tallied 1 here in the inning so far, has bases loaded with 1 out. Count 1-1 to Braden Sweet. Cargill kicks and fires. Here comes the pitch. It's high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Cargill kicks and fires, and swing and a miss by Braden Sweet. So the count will draw even to 2-2. 2-2 count, 1 out, bases loaded. Perry needs to try and put a crooked number up here, get some insurance, because Woodward is the home team. Cargill kicks and fires, comes home. Braden Sweet singles into the right center field gap. That's going to go to the wall. One run is in. Another run is going to cross the plate. Braden Sweet stands up for a double, and Perry leads it 4-1 as Brown and Riley Cinnamon score. I didn't see him come in the ball game. It's 4-1. A nice rope shot into the right center field gap for Braden Sweet. And he ends up with a stand-up double. Runners at second and third with still one out. And now coming to the plate, James Boone for the Maroons. Sweet is now 2 for 2 on the night. He will get credit for 2 RBIs as well. Kicks and comes home. That's high for a ball. James Boone swings and misses there. Evens the count 1-1. I can't wait for my partner to get back here Monday. There's a pitch down low, and he goes fishing for it. And the 9-iron doesn't hit the golf ball, and it's 1-2. 1-2, one out. Runners at second and third. Perry up now 4-1. Cargill kicks and comes home, and James Boone swings and fouls it down the left field side. We'll do it again, 1-2. Working out of the windup. Kicks and comes home. And there's a strike 3 on the outside corner. Froze James, and he will go down looking 0 for 4 in the night. Has 2 Ks as well. Now coming to the plate will be the current pitcher, the number 18, Charlie Wirtz. He's 0 for 2 in the night with a strikeout. Cargill kicks and fires and rolls it up the middle. Nice play there, and he has no play, drops the ball. Run will score, and it's going to be 5-1 as Owen just dribbled the ball. He had to move to his left. It was a good hit by Wirtz. It looked like it was going to go up the middle, but Owen tried to make the play to his left and then just dropped the ball, and runners safe at first is Charlie Wirtz. Runners at the corner, 2 outs. And now Dawson Padilla will come to the plate. They gave Charlie a hit there. Dawson fouls it off. Cargill kicks and comes home. Dawson pops one up to center field. Going back is Marlette. He camps under it. There's the 3rd out. But in the inning for Perry, it'll be 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Last call for the Boomers. Perry leads it now 5-1. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Your insurance policy comes from us. It comes with something extra. Hey, real person, don't buy from an 800 number with the voicemail menu. The Womack Agency is here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Auto, home life, and business. You can visit them at 623 Delaware Street right here in Perry, Oklahoma, or call them at 580-336-6300. You can also visit their website at www.farmeragent.com/SWOMA. First Lake Hunting Reserve, located northeast of Perry, Oklahoma, offers traditional no-limit field hunts for pheasant and chukar in some of the finest natural habitat found anywhere. Enjoy either a half or a full day behind pointing dogs and get into the action. Blue Stem also specializes in European-style pheasant shoots for groups of up to 24 shoots. Hunts include shooting and no limit on bird tag. Give them a call at 580-336-0148 to reserve your hunt today, or check us out at huntbluestem.com.
Hey, Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst, and let your fear disappear.
You're back.
And welcome back to Ripley Field. Brock Campbell up here. I only show 1, so I think he's got one walk. Back here at Ripley Field, now Perry leads this one 5-1, and this is the last call for the Boomers as they have the last at bats. 4 runs on 2 hits, and that top of the 7th inning proved a crooked number there for Perry. And Charlie Wirtz has gone all the way, the freshman, and he's back out there. He's in the windup. Kicks and fires and comes home, and it's outside for a ball. Leading off for Woodward, the first baseman, number 21, Damian Rhodes, 0 for 2 on the night. Does have a strikeout. Wirtz kicks and fires and has him swing and foul tip that one. Just to the side of him for strike 1, 1-1 the count. Perry wins this one. They will move on to tomorrow. If they lose, they are done. They'll play at 11:15 tomorrow morning if they win this one. Wirtz kicks and fires, comes home. Nice curveball on the outside corner. Caught the corner there again. That's been working all night. 1-2 the count to Rhodes. Lefty-righty matchup. Wirtz kicks and fires, comes home. Nice curveball again. Got him to swing and miss. A strikeout, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And coming to the plate is number 20, the catcher, Jackson Underwood, who is 0 for 1 on the night. He does have a strikeout as well. Charlie has been very, very good tonight for the Maroons. Pitch is a ball. Second pitch, boy, don't know where that one was either. That's 2-0 in the wind. Fires, and here's the pitch. That one's right down Main Street. 2-1 the count. Charlie trying to come all the way back. His pitch to gem of a ball game. Trying to get a complete game as a freshman. And maybe this is something that Perry, this is going to kickstart him in this year. Fires and comes home. Nice curveball in the outside corner. Boy, and Jackson Underwood was like, yeah, that he had to shake his head. Just give him a nod and tip your cap to him. That pitch has been working all night. And who better to see that better than Jackson Underwood, who is the catcher for Woodward. He's got 6. I've got 5 strikeouts. He might have more than that. Kicks and fires, comes home. Here's swing and a miss, a foul tip in the mid. Strike 3, and the number 2 on the board for the 7th for the Maroons. 2 outs, nobody on the bags. And last hope for the Woodward Boomers will be the second baseman, number 1, Joan Alvarez. So make it 6 strikeouts for Charlie Wirtz. Kicks and comes home, and that's in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0, nobody on the bases, 2 outs. Perry trying to get this win, their first of the year. Kicks and fires, comes home. There's a pitch on the outside corner, a strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one's hit up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Alvarez finally gets the base hit. He's 1 for 2 on the night. So he'll be on at first base. And coming to the plate is the leadoff man, center fielder number 14, Caden Marlatt. He's 1 for 3 on the night, scored a run, has 1 hit, which was that triple to lead off the ball game, and ever since then he's been quiet. And I'm going to knock on wood because I just probably jinxed him. I don't know if this is wood. That's for Micah. Here. There. Okay. Wirtz out of the stretch. Checks the runner. Fires to the plate. That's down and low on the outside. Ball 1. Perry looking for their first win of the year. Wirtz kicks and fires and comes home, and it's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Perry leads 5-1 on a very good top of the 7th inning. Kicks and comes home. Nice curveball right over the middle of the plate. Charlie gets the strike call. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Rhythmic clapping starting for the Maroon fans. Wirtz checks the runner, comes home, fires, and it's just on the outside corner. He threw it right where Garrett set up. It's 2-2 the count. So triple ducks. Time to do your superstitions. Triple ducks on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base. Charlie Wirtz in the stretch. Checks the runner. Kicks and comes home. And he got him to swing and miss. Strike 3, and that's the ball game. Perry will win it 5-1, get their first victory of the year over the Boomers. For Woodward, no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base in the 7th. And Perry wins it 5-1. We're going to take a break. This is Perry Maroon Baseball on Triple Play Sports.
Hey, Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst, and let your fears disappear. Have you heard about the Maroon Fan Special? Be one of the first 10 callers to take advantage of our electric payment appointment and get $100 off any new dental services found in you by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38. Don't wait. Call 336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry Maroon Fan Special. Go Maroons, go!
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide their reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard of equipment rental A medical team that cares about your health and your community. Doctors Miller, Jameson, Stubbs, and Hayden contribute to athletic and philanthropic efforts in Stillwater and surrounding areas like Jeffrey, Perry, Perkins, Cushing, and Blackwell. While we are bone and joint experts, we are also parents, friends, and neighbors. Enjoy our quality orthopedic treatment, MRI, and on-site physical therapy services as we support this community. Click outreach at orthook.com. Remember, Ortho Oklahoma, we are keeping you together.
Campbell Communications is proud to sponsor and to bring you Perry Maroon Athletics. To become a sponsor, please visit www.campbellcommunicationsok.com or call and ask for Brock at 405-204-4246. Campbell Communications, where we bring the game to you.
We have a simple message for our local residents and neighbors.
The best patient experience in healthcare isn't an hour away.
It's right here at Stillwater Medical Center.
We're pledging excellence.
And our physicians, nurses, and staff are promising compassionate care every day.
So when you need understanding, attentive treatment,
You can stay close to home.
learn more by visiting StillwaterMedical.com.
Duty. Neighbors united for the common good. Honor. The faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good. Country. A vow to support our nation's people during desperate times. Duty. Honor. Country. We're the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD. The Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Oklahoma National Guard. Aired by the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters on this station.
And welcome back to Ripley Field. Perry is victorious for the first time in 2015 with a 5-1 win over the Woodward Boomers. For the Maroons, as I put everything away, and I know I needed it, and I do that all the time, so let me get back here. For the Maroons, they had 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and they left, let's see, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 on base. For Woodward, 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors, and they left 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 on base. So Perry gets the win to go to 1-5 on the year. They'll take on the winner of the Tonkwall-Perkins game, which is going on right now after this one. So we're going to make this short and sweet as Perry goes to 1-5. We're going to have the broadcast will start tomorrow. The game is slated to be 11:15. See if that's the first game. I think it is the first game of the day. No, it is not. It is the second game. So it'll be the second game. So approximate 11:15, and we'll be on the air around, probably I would say, we're probably going about 11 o'clock or 10:50 or somewhere in there. So, but we're going to be streaming on the app tomorrow, Triple Play Sports Network radio app, and you can download it for your iOS and your Android. Also, CampbellCommunicationsOK.com if you want to listen to it on the internet. You can hit listen live on the home page, and you can listen there. Or you can listen 10:20 a.m. The 3 ways to listen tomorrow is we're going to be streaming live for you. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here because I got other duties I got to do for the next game. So for the final time tonight, the score tonight was Perry 5, Woodward 1, and they will play tomorrow, your Maroons, at 11:15. Until then, this is Perry Maroon Baseball, and this has been a Campbell Communications presentation on the Triple Play Sports Network.